Push Fed podcast in full effect. We got a very special guest in the building, guys. You may have seen her on Fox 46 Charlotte. Little Women of LA season 8. She is a social media star, businesswoman, entrepreneur. We got Keisha Leno in the building. How you doing, Keisha?
Yo, what's good? It's your girl Kesh Leno. What's up?
How you feeling? How you feeling today?
I am good. I was cold because it's cold outside.
Yeah, it's mad cold, it's brick.
But now I done warmed up a little bit, you know?
Yeah, these lights.
Yeah.
These lights is mad toasty.
Feels good.
Right. So where you from originally?
So I am originally from Clemson, South Carolina. Shout out to the Tigers. You already know. I don't really rep them like that.
They're
but
not my ACC team.
That's where I'm from. So I just be like, shout out to the Tigers.
Right. I can never understand how people be a fan of teams and be from like a state that they got a team. I don't understand it.
I don't know.
I don't understand how you bandwagon unless you grew up on it, but you know.
See, yeah, I ain't grow up on none of that. So that's why I just be like, yeah, shout out, but I really didn't watch it, so I don't know.
Right. So you was born in Clemson, and then you had moved back to Charlotte.
So I moved to Charlotte. What year was that? It was 2006. It was my first year of high school, and went to West Meck.
Shout out to West Meck.
Shout out to West Meck. I still got love for him, you know. Things didn't go too well. Failed. Had to go to Crossroads. Shout out to Crossroads. I did 9th and 10th grade in 1 year. Then I went to West Charlotte, Dub C, home of the Lions. You already know.
Right. I feel didn't West Charlotte, didn't JT Terrell go there, the basketball player?
Yes.
Yeah, he was nice. I used to watch his videos when I was growing up, you know.
Yeah, that's my homie right there.
Word? You know him.
I mean, yeah, like I think we had class together. The girl that he was dating back then, we're cool, you know. But yeah, it's a lot of people that, you know, I still rock with. I don't talk to them on a regular daily basis. Right. But yeah, like if I see you, I speak, whatever. Hey, how you doing? Right. That's about it.
You seen him recently?
No. It's sad that we had a class reunion.
Oh, word.
It was my birthday that they did it though. Well, my birthday weekend. Was it on my birthday or my birthday weekend? I can't even remember.
You missed it? You had to miss it?
If they watching this or if they ever see it, I pulled up and nobody was there, so I had to, you know, keep on rolling.
All right.
It was the day before my birthday because we were going into my birthday. Okay, that's what it was.
Okay, so you had.
It was that Saturday on the 17th. My birthday was on Sunday on the 18th, which I was going to go. Like, I had planned to go, but when I pulled up, nobody was there. So I was just like, okay, I have other things that you know, it was mainly like a pull up. Hey, how y'all doing? Stay for about an hour. Cool.
See
I'm
everybody,
out.
You know,
yeah,
show face.
It was more so that I really wasn't. I paid my dues and everything. Like I paid, but I knew that I wasn't planning to really be there that long.
Right. I wish I had a class reunion. What class was that? What class were you?
2010. 2010.
Oh, okay. So when you were getting,
it was supposed to be in June, but you know, with everything shutting down.
Oh yeah.
They planned it in October and they just did it at one of the girls, Jatavia. She owns a studio, dance studio as well. So she had it at her studio.
Oh, that's what's up.
So yeah, I mean, it was supposed to be somewhere else, but you know, people, they don't be paying their money and whatever. But I mean, they still had a good turnout from what I saw. But of course, black people come late. See, I don't got time.
Right.
I know I'm a late person sometimes, but all right, y'all not there, I'm out.
Right. You was on time here today. You was early.
Actually, I'm very impressed at myself.
Oh, for real?
No, for real.
You're not punctual.
I mean, I can be, but sometimes no.
I get it. I have stuff to do. We got stuff to do. You know, I get girls have to take a long time to get their stuff ready.
See, I was already ready. That's the only reason why.
Oh, see, that makes me feel good though. That makes me feel good that you're on time for my. So when did you first start dancing?
Honestly, I've been dancing all my life. I've been dancing since I was 3.
I saw that.
I actually started when I was 2, but you know, with most studios, of course, my studio was an all-white studio. I was the only black girl. I mean, we had a few black girls, but it wasn't like as many years I was there consistently. And I started at the age of 2, but I didn't get to actually perform or nothing until I turned 3.
Right.
I had to be there for, you know, a year to actually be in a class and learn the routines and stuff. I started tap, jazz, ballet.
Oh, that's what's up.
When I got older, I was able to do point. My 8th grade year was right before we moved to Charlotte. It was my first year too. And I was so happy because I, you know, when you're younger, growing up, to be able to do something that you have to wait until you get a certain age,
right.
I was happy. But then when I found out I was moving that next year, I was like,
oh man,
are you serious? So yeah, 11 years I've been dancing. And what's crazy is I never did hip hop until 2017. I mean, I cheered, but cheering isn't hip hop dancing. Right. Those two different, you know, things. So I literally didn't start doing hip hop dance until 2017.
Okay.
Never took a class. Never.
So it just came naturally.
Yeah, like because I knew cheerleading was kind of dance. You know, when the band would play, you dance or whatever. Like we made up, what do they call it? 8 counts or cadences, but it wasn't like how a hip hop dance class was. Right. So because I was able to take from cheerleading and kind of create something to make it look like hip hop, that's kind of how I just picked up on it. And then I would watch YouTube. And then I started going to, I was introduced to Fusion Force. And that was when they were doing a video shoot with D-Lo. And got asked to come to the studio. And boom, I ended up teaching during summer camp. And then September came, I was working at the studio.
Oh, that's what's up. It's funny how everything plays out like that.
Yeah,
though.
it's crazy because like I literally like when I first started doing my hip hop classes, I was like, oh, okay. Like it was different.
Yo, could you explain like the different types of dance? Like, yes. So my mom dances. She actually she does ballet. So I don't know if that has anything to do with like point. I don't know. I didn't know what
actually
point was.
It does. So basically, the genres of dance, you have ballet, of course, like you said.
Right.
Ballet is more of modern style. It is technique. You learn about your different, what do they call it? It's been so long since I did it. I actually just did a documentary type thing where I had to relearn everything. But you learn about those, you know, with your, what do they call it? That's crazy because I just did it. Your position. So it's like first, second, fourth, which has to do with where your feet are placed, your arms. Point. It's more of a style that you are on your toes, and the shoes are made with I want to say it's like a block at the front of it. So literally, you're standing on your toes. Now we do wear. I'm not sure. I can't remember what they're called, but they're like little jelly foot things, toe covers that go
kind of help your toes.
Yes.
Don't get like.
And they're really thick and they're like really jelly, like because you can still like your feet can still very much
get messed up, right?
Terrible. Yeah. From wearing those shoes for so long, which luckily I didn't have to go through that because I mean I left. But yeah, so point is kind of like the next step up. And then, of course, you know, you have lyrical. Lyrical is kind of where you're technically bare feet, but you have the shoes, which I don't even remember the name of those. It's so long that
those are all black shoes?
No, they're they go like in between your big toe and second toe, and then it just covers like the forefront of the bottom of your foot. And then that's it. Like your heel and everything is out. Right. Just to give you a good grip. And then contemporary is a style where it's kind of modern, but it's a little bit, it's graceful. It's almost kind of like ballet, but it's almost a little bit of mixture of, I think it's more of ballet and jazz, because jazz is, you know, real jazzy. It's a step down kind of like from hip hop, but a step up from ballet and contemporary. Right. That's how I look at it. So, I mean, it's very different styles. Yeah, different style.
Yeah, that's pretty dope how you were able to adapt and correlate all those different styles to like what you do now.
Yes,
and then taking it from cheerleading. You took that from cheerleading. Cheerleading is still like a movement in itself. So you took all of that and then brought it within your own
crazy
type of style that you do now. And you told me that you didn't start doing hip hop until, you know, 2017. That's crazy to me because it seems like you've been doing that all your life.
A lot of people think that I've been and they look at my videos and they're like, oh my God, like even
killing it.
Back when I first started, people thought that I had been dancing, and I said, yeah, I have been dancing, but I've never taken a hip hop class.
Right.
My mom, she didn't she didn't really, not saying she didn't believe in it, but she was like not really introduced to real hip hop. We had hip hop, of course, you know, but the white studios aren't really teaching you real hip hop.
Right.
So for me thinking I was doing hip hop, it really wasn't hip hop.
Right.
Nothing compared to what we do now.
Right.
So for me to go in learning these classes, like having to try to keep up, like I still struggle, and I'll tell anybody, like I will mess up. I be done forgot the whole routine, but I mean, it is what it is. You know, you learn at different everybody learns different, and for me to just be able to do it is just amazing. Like for me to only start in 2017 and where I am at now,
right?
It's crazy.
Yeah, because you were already athletic. Like the crazy thing is, you had went to Livingstone College. That's where I first met you, saw you. I saw you. You was popping. I wasn't popping at Livingstone. But yeah, the first time I seen, she was doing like 10 backflips down the court with ease. You was already an athletic person.
Oh yeah.
Either way. So it's probably,
yeah.
I know that probably came like natural to you as well.
And honestly, well, I did cheerleading when I was younger, but I did competition cheerleading. So that's how I learned how to tumble.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did competition. I had never cheered at a school. Well, I did middle school cheering, but you know, like I said, went to a predominantly white, a little bit of black. It was me and another black girl. It was only two of us. We didn't do stomp and shake. So yeah, everything that here in Charlotte or like just anywhere where majority of these people are doing this stomp and shake, I just got hip to it when I moved to Charlotte in 2006.
Right.
Like it was so brand new, and I was just like I literally was a white girl before I came.
Oh wow.
On God. Birkenstocks, thinking that I could wash my hair every day.
Oh no.
I used to talk white, everything. And I know people are like, what do you mean you used to talk white? Like
we know, we are.
I feel like when you talk, not necessarily talk white, but you know, I was very proper.
Right.
I was country too though. Country.
Okay, coming from Clemson.
Yes.
All you got is Clemson is the only town. It's just the college. It's one of those. It's just the college, and that's it. Clemson College takes up the whole city.
No, for real.
Yeah, everything's orange, so it's like the Clemson takes up the whole city. So I get, you know, it's a small town.
It's very. In the areas that we were in, even living in what we called was technically the suburbs, was like country still. So, I mean, yeah.
Well, being a cheerleader, you used to cheer for Livingstone. Being the first little person to be in the CIAA.
Period. I made history.
I'm about to say, you made history.
I be telling people, that's history. Like, I don't think people really look at that. Like,
no, that's
you got to
important.
actually look at that, because what other little person actually went to go cheer for their college and actually did what I did at the like during CIAA, you know, out there after we would perform, I'd be tagged and they'd be like, come back out here and do.
Yeah.
But yeah, that definitely is that. For me, that's history. Even if nobody else believes it, sees it, that's history.
No, that is, because you actually you're like breaking down barriers for others.
Oh yeah.
To like look, and you're always the center of the attention too.
Oh,
So
yeah.
everybody's and you're bringing the attention towards your college too as well, because it's just like, oh, we got this talented little person up here. She can do anything, just like them, and even better, because a lot of them, they can't backflip 10 times down. I know I can't backflip 10 times down the court.
Yeah, we didn't have too many tumblers. When I was there, I think we may have had one or two. Like each year, there weren't a lot. So yeah.
So how do you feel like HBCUs have been? How important has they been for you?
Very much important to me. I feel like if you have the opportunity to go, because, and honestly, I wouldn't take it. I wouldn't take it away from my experience. I wouldn't take it away from even where I am. Like, I sometimes be like, dang, what if I didn't go to college? And I'm like, nah, because I learned so much. History wise, you know, you learn about different colleges and who founded and where it just comes from, and you know what I'm saying. Not only that, but you learn literally a lot as a young adult. The struggles, the ins and outs, having to be on your own, but at the same time still being able to have somebody, you know, or family
to lean on.
Yeah. I mean, not saying everybody does, but when you do, it's like, okay, this is your opportunity. You either take it or you don't take it. But I definitely feel like, you know, HBCU is where it's at.
Right. And then I was privileged to get accepted in to college anyways, but like my GPA was crap.
No, for real, mine was
GPA
too.
Was crap. So I went through the bridge program, as you know, because you've been through LC. I went through the bridge program, and nobody else would accept me. You know, so them accepting me was like a big honor.
Yeah, and that's what I do like about Livingstone. Like I ain't even gonna lie, I was scared to go because I was just like, I'm gonna go to CP. That way I can stay home.
Right.
But then I was like, nah, I want to go because I want to experience being out on my own. I want to experience how it's going to be, you know, by myself or having to do things by myself, learning, you know, and those are the things that you do learn in college. People be thinking like you get money and this, that, and the third. Like, no, you be struggling in college because trust and believe there are plenty of nights that I was like, dang, we don't got no more noodles.
Yeah,
like
no more noodles. Your books is due.
Noodles,
like, I mean, all of that. Like then you can't apply for classes until your dues are paid. Like all of that.
It was crazy, but yeah, that was that was like one of my favorite experiences. And even though people may not know, but I tell people proudly, I was there for 5.5 years because my first 2 years. My first year, I started out as a biology major. I originally wanted to be a pediatrician. Everything that I'm doing now, never saw it. Never thought about it. Never, like, it just never popped in my head. Right. I wanted to work with little kids like me or just kids, period, you know. And I was like, I'm going to be a pediatrician. So I was like, I'm going to do biology. First of all, I wasn't even good in science. I was good at West Charlotte because of the class that we had. So I thought I was good in science. Right. Child, no. Failed biology. They wanted to say, okay, you failed biology, so you can retake it, but you still got to take the next course, which was chemistry. How do you take biology over and still take chemistry?
That's crazy.
I said, oh, y'all tripping. So I literally did not change my major until sophomore year, second semester.
Wow.
Second semester.
That's crazy. Because you're in that transitional period.
That's like when you actually you done did all your main courses.
What I need to, you know, get to a certain major or figuring out, and so you had to, you know, maneuver at that point right there.
Man, it was so crazy. Once I changed, and I was thinking that it was gonna be a little bit easier because I had took my main courses, but with biology, those main courses are not the same as your general ed courses. Right. So I was like, wait, what? I'm having to basically redo all over. When I say I cried so bad, I was ready to just walk out. Like I was ready to drop out. But I stayed, pushed through. I actually was on academic probation. I couldn't cheer 1 year. I couldn't model. I couldn't do anything. It was that bad. My GPA was a 1 point something.
At Livingstone?
Yes, at Livingstone. Oh, man. I was on academic probation with a 1 point. I want to say it was a 1.2.
That's
on crazy. God. I switched to social work.
Just because of that whole transitional period? That's what happened?
Because I was failing bad.
Oh, man.
And it was because I waited. But I thought, you know, I could stick it out, you know, pull up. No, it was bad. And having to try and, like, pick it up with social work, thank God I was able to like manage. I pulled up. It took me a while, but you know, each semester you have a GPA for each semester, and because of that I had 3.0 and up each semester, so that helped bring my GPA up from that 1 point something. I was able to cheer again.
Yeah, that's what's up.
And that's when I actually kind of really got when people started to know me because of that year.
That grind year.
Yeah, it was crazy. And like, it was so much motivation from that though, because I realized that you could be at your lowest point, but if you really want something, you just gotta do it. Like you can't have no excuses. You can't set yourself short. You just gotta do it. And pushed up. And I'm proud to say I graduated with a 2.67.
Hey, you graduated. The GPA
not
on
I
the
graduated.
diploma. The GPA not on the degree.
Okay. And even if it was, I would still open it up and say I graduated because I came from a 1.2.
Yeah, that's a big.
Like,
that's
do you
a big
not
jump.
understand? Like, people be looking like, oh, you ain't had no 3 point. Each semester, I had a 3.0 or higher. Right. I had a 3. I'm talking about I was doing good in my class once I switched over because biology it really wasn't for me. The math, the science, it just wasn't for me. And then I was in chemistry when they made me retake biology. I was taking chemistry that first year, sophomore year, and was failing. That's when I knew I had to get out of there.
Chemistry was hard.
Like, if I didn't change, they were going to kick me out.
Yeah, okay.
I was there.
So you maneuvered through. Hey, so you got the grades, you got the degree, you maneuvered through. Now we're here now. What video or what happened to make you blow up?
It's crazy.
Like, that's crazy to me.
It didn't happen until after I graduated.
Yeah.
Of course, people knew me from, cheering. People knew me from there. So my Instagram was kind of like popping. That was kind of when I was on Instagram, but I didn't transition into what I do now until, let's see, I graduated 2015. That was December when I graduated. I was just chilling, having fun, still going back to Livingstone, partying, doing everything. May, I walked again. I was blessed to be able to walk again with all my friends. Took a break from there up until January of 2016. 2017, because 2016 was when everybody else graduated. So 2017, I was posting just me dancing in the living room. Wanted to take a break because I really didn't know what I was going to do. I had a social work degree, but I was like, okay, what do I do? Like, where do I go? Took a break. I started posting videos, and it was literally one video that somebody saw me doing. Somebody in Atlanta. He goes by Alex Rodriguez. He's like this rock star type. He's pretty much known in Atlanta, but he's not like one of those big artists, He's big, but not like big. But he saw me and asked me to come do one of his shows. And then I did that, and from there on, I was like, this is something that I could really do, like make money off this, like, cause I got paid to come up there and everything.
Oh, right.
Did that, started making more videos, and then I want to say my first video that got posted by a celebrity, which was Boosie, and it was of me falling, trying to do a back handspring, but what happened was I was trying to do a back handspring and I heard the music. When you're setting up your phone, you hit the boom, you go back, you listen to it. I was off beat. So I was like, trying to stop in midair. I don't know what made me think I could stop from doing a back handspring in midair. Like, I had already went up and I like stopped because I was like, oh, wait. Yeah.
Oh, no.
I went down, and I'm talking about my glasses flew off, my hat flew off. I was laying there and I was laughing. When I say the video replayed over and over for about 5 minutes straight before I got up to watch the video. And when I looked at it, I said, I can't post this. And then I thought and I said, I'm finna post it.
Yeah, about to say,
it's
why
funny.
not? Yeah.
After a while, when you sit and look at something, you're like, oh man. But then you like, nah, this funny. I'm posting. I posted it, and that video went crazy. Right. When I say crazy, so many people reposting it. And Boosie reposted it. For some reason, it went crazy on Facebook first. Like, all my videos was going crazy on Facebook before they started going up on Instagram. Then my other video of me dancing, I just reposted it. I actually took it down, but I just reposted it. I was dancing in heels with what's her name? Queens and Letos. Aaliyah Janelle. She has all the videos that go crazy dancing on YouTube, teaching classes in heels and stuff like that. Shade Room posted it, and blew up even more. I've been on Shade Room. I've been on Baller Alert, Complex. What's his face? When I did with Nick.
Fox 46.
That
Nick?
went up.
Yeah, y'all killed that.
What's his name? Now I can't even think of his name now. He has his Christmas song out. He reposted Nas.
Oh, Nas reposted you?
Yeah, what's his name?
Lil Nas X?
Yeah, him.
Okay, facts. Okay.
That one.
Oh, that Nas.
That one. He reposted. It's so many people. Cardi B just reposted from Janet Jackson reposted a video of me recently. And it's crazy that she reposted me because I just performed for her. Well, not just, but 2018. I performed for Janet Jackson, not even knowing that I was going to even get that opportunity. I went, did an audition, and it was for a tribute that she did BMI Awards in Atlanta, and front row and center. And then this year, she reposted a video of me on her page and was like, Friday Mood. Cardi B saw it, and she reposted it, and it's crazy because it was the song that actually had got reposted before when we did it, which was 2 years ago as well. And it was me dancing to Cardi B and Meek Mill's song. And they saw it and reposted it then. So, it was like, at times, and honestly, between 2018 and now, 2018, 2019, I kind of pushed away from uploading like TikToks and music. Well, it was Musically then. TikTok, dub smash, Triller type videos because I was focused on thinking that I wanted to become like a dancer, like industry, which I do want to do industry dancing, but I realize in my head and the type of person that I am, I will, not saying I would never be, but I know that I'm not the type that they're going to be looking for a background dancer, if that makes sense. They're always looking for average people or people that blend in together. I will never. I'm already going to stand out because of my height. 2, I feel like I don't really want to do that anyways. Right. So I'm the type of person where I was like thinking that that's what I wanted to do. And now I'm just like, nah, I'm going to just take classes and train so that I can be ready for when it's time to just do videos that people just want me to be in. Or I really want to work with Missy Elliott. Missy Elliott, she works with any and everybody. Right. Well, not just any and everybody, but she works with
the standout
a good
dancers.
Vast majority of people. Right. So she's one that and Chris Brown. Those are like my main 2.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I was dancing, making videos, and then I stopped in 2018 because I was focused on studio dance, like training. Gotcha. But then I was like, I got to go back to, where I came from, what people saw me as. Okay. So I started back making videos. I mean, the algorithm has changed a lot on Instagram, but I mean, it is what it is now.
Okay. So what is it like being in the like social media famous world? What is it like? What's the craziest DMs you got? Like what's crazy? Like who's been in your DMs? Like you're like, oh, I never thought I would have talked to this person.
I haven't really had no like celebrities type try to talk to me, which is good, cause
Or just like reach out to you, like say I like your video or something like that.
I mean I've had people that reach out to me that say they want to work with me. Yeah. Oh, what's his name? I don't even remember his name. Deshae Frost from YouTube.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, he's really big on YouTube. Who else have I can't even remember. I mean, I've had crazy people in my DMs, like crazy people.
Like crazy.
Yeah, I've had like the picture type DMs from
oh man.
I'm just like, can y'all please?
Oh, so you're in that space now. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's like it's so annoying. Okay. Like people don't understand. It's very annoying.
Okay, so we got we're lit on social media. You went to LA, started dancing. You danced at Playground.
Yes.
What was that? What was that like?
Oh man,
because all the dope dancers go there. Like I don't dance, but I know good stuff when I see it. And those dancers, everybody, they nice.
It's crazy because a lot of people's like, oh my God, you were at Playground.
Yeah.
But honestly, Playground, it is a big thing because a lot of people that do teach there, everybody noticed that play in the back of the videos. So that's very signature. So their videos go up because of either the person that's teaching, or, you know, the players in the background, you know. But when I went there, I was just like, I can't believe I'm here. Mm-hmm. But I kind of also went in like, okay, I'm finna learn. Mm-hmm. You know, like a dancers, most dancers, when you're taking classes like on a serious level, you don't really think about who the choreographer really is, or, I mean, you're like starstruck, but you're not, if that makes sense. So it's kind of like regular.
Right.
So it was kind of regular, you know. I went in. I was just happy to actually finally take a class from certain people, you know, to have a video. When they seen that, they was like, "Oh, you legit. You lit. Like you out there in LA at the play." And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, I was just taking class,
but
you know.
And you're learning."
Yeah.
So okay, so I'm not in the dance world like that. So who are like those premier dance teachers that you learned from?
Great ones. So in Atlanta, I have two of my favorites that I actually really, really like. Sean Bankhead, which works with Normani, works with Missy Elliott. He works. He does the what is that? Stars, Fox. What's that show called?
Dancing with the Stars?
No, not that. It's a show he do or was working with.
Is a Queen Latifah in there?
That's don't give me the line. Some I don't know.
Some show.
He
okay,
do.
Okay.
But he's very talented, very good. He's done a few award shows. He was actually the one that allowed me to do the Janet Jackson tribute. So it was up under him. Another one that I like, Jeremy Green. He's choreographed for Lil Baby, Da Baby. He's choreographed for who else? They just recently did those shows, MTV. Not MTV, BET Awards, some TV shows, quite a few. In LA, Jaquel Knight, who choreographs with, I haven't taken class for him, but I definitely like his style. I don't really think he actually like teaches like that. He just mainly works with his people, which one of his artists that he works with, Megan Thee Stallion, of course. Right. Another choreographer that I really, really like, Dexter Carr. He was actually one of the people did I take a class from him when I was there? No, Phil Wright. I took a class from Phil Wright. And Phil Wright, he does the Disney now. It's like a dance something with the little kids and the parents. I forgot what it's called. But it's like a Disney show with the kids and the parents dancing together. And then the last one, Deja Carter, she actually just moved to Atlanta. But she was the one that did the choreography that got seen by Meek Mill and Cardi, because it was their song. And she ended, like, literally after that, I guess, I mean, I'm not saying that's what happened, but I feel like that's what happened. She ended up choreographing for Meek Mill's tour.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, so
it kind of went full circle, went back around.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's a few more people. It's so many people that I just can't even name. Chris Brown dancers. I took class from them when they came for the tour. Isabel and one of the ones, he's from, what's his name? He goes by Dancer Boy. Ooh, what's his name? Ooh, that's embarrassing. But he's from Charlotte, I believe. Is it Charlotte or Raleigh? He's from North Carolina for a fact.
So he's from NC, so shout out to NC.
So yeah.
Yeah, shout out to NC.
He choreographs for Chris Brown.
So they just come off tour with Chris Brown, like doing his choreography, and just like randomly pop up and like do. So shows.
Like during the tour, they'll do pop-up pop-up
like
classes.
Teaching choreography.
Yeah.
If that's a word, choreography. I don't know.
Choreography.
The right sentence, yeah. Choreography. Yeah.
So yeah, they just pop up and do classes. I mean, it's rare, and plus, depending on if they even have slot, because a lot of people like, oh yeah, and for me as a dancer, some people like dancers, I think we're more hype about the choreographer than we would be the artist or the performer. I mean, I love the performers, but as a dancer, when you're able to link with that choreographer who created everything, like, that's crazy.
Right. So you went from, now we're in LA. doing the thing at Playground.
Mm-hmm.
So how'd you get picked up on the
Little Women?
Yeah, how did that come about? That's real interesting to me.
So I was being interviewed for 2 years before I even was thought about being a part of the show. They were trying to do a show revolving me, but they couldn't figure out, like, they were trying to figure out really how to make the show and get it picked up. So they couldn't figure that out, and they was like talking to me like months in between. So it'd be like, hey, how you doing? Check in, you know, we're still trying to figure it out, da 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 da. And it was like, we'll get back with you. So months and months kept going by. They finally reached out to me and this was like September of 2017. They reached out and was like, we have someone that may be interested to use you for a production or whatever. And I was like, okay, cool. You know, you can give me my information. He gave my information. When they called me, they were like, hey, this is such and such from, I don't even remember how they introduced it, but they was like, we're with the show Little Women LA. And I was like, because eventually what happened was, before I talked to them, the people that gave my information, I talked to them and they said you could possibly be on a show, like not this year, but like next year. So in my mind, when they called me, I'm thinking next year. They called me and was like, we want to know if you'd be interested in coming to film. In my head, I'm still thinking, you know, sure, next year. Originally, I never wanted to film with Little Women. Never. And people used to ask me, would you go on the show? And I was just like, I'm not doing that.
Why was that? Why you didn't want to?
Well, for one, I was scared of little people, and two, I didn't care for it. Okay. I mean, honestly. Okay. I mean, they're cool now, you know, whatever. Right. I'm not really scared of them now. But yeah. So, like I said, in my head, I'm thinking next year. These people was like, okay, we need you to come in next week. I'm in the middle of teaching a class. Oh, wow. I stepped out to take this phone call. And when I looked up, I looked at all the people that was in the studio that was working. I looked up at them and I was like, starstruck. Because for one, in my head, I'm thinking next year. Like, this was September. So I'm thinking January or even after, like, summertime. Because that's what they were telling me. These people was like, nah, we need you to come in next week. So I'm having to find somebody to cover my class. Then I'm like, wait, I don't have no money to go up there. Everything's paid for. Basically, the way that they did it was you would pay for whatever you paid for, and they just reimburse you everything, basically. Okay. Yeah. You know, so it wasn't like you really was using your money. Mm-hmm. And when I say that, like, I was going back and forth after the end for, like, weeks, like every other weekend I was going for like 2 to 3 days. A lot of people think that I know I'm spoiling it, but a lot of people was thinking that I like moved there. People was like, oh, so you were friends, you knew them. And it's like, no, guys, sorry. Hate to spoil it, but no. I don't know them. I don't really talk to them outside of the show. That's my question. So, like, when reality TV, that different type of, like, reality TV. All like, of them, they knew each other. They knew each other. So, you were just going to be, like, an add-on. I really was an add-on. And have your own, and then have your own segment, like. Well, that's what I thought the plan was. Uh-huh. But I was introduced as a friend of Autumn, which we made it seem as through social media. Not necessarily I actually really, like, knew her. Through social media, of course, Instagram or whatever. But I mean, it's all good, you know. I went on there, did what I had to do, make it seem real. Which actually, everything that I did was real. Everything that they did was pretty much real. Of course, they make it extra dramatic. Right. Got the shots. Got the fights and stuff was real. That was real, and that's why people saw my reaction was like, "Why was you looking like?" First of all, half of the stuff that y'all was doing on that show, I never knew happened. Like, some things I would find out while we're filming, like, why they fighting. I'm like... So now you got they got you on the real reaction. Yes. And they was just like, are you going to say something? What you want me to say? I don't know anything that happened. I wasn't here filming that. So I don't even know what y'all talking about. Like, it was so crazy. Like, my reactions would be so priceless because I'm like... That day,
Your
I don't know if y'all saw that video, but when we were sitting, drinking the hot chocolate and they were fighting, it was cold. It was cold, and we already outside filming for like 3 hours. 2 hours, really, but it felt like 3. And they was like, you got to talk more, interact. Like, sometimes, I hope they don't come back to me and be like, hey, you can't tell, but I don't care. Like, they would be saying, like, say this. Like, just to get somebody else to react. Like, they would tell you, okay, bring up this. And the other person won't even know that you're going to bring it up. Like, me dancing, I'm going to come back to that story, though. But me dancing on the stage, I put that in. That was not even part of the plan. That was not part of the film whatsoever. I was like, I'm going to go up on that stage. And they was like, yeah, you should do it. But Tanya was like, no, you're not going to. Like, she literally was like, no, because it was her grand opening. Like, that was all real. Mm-hmm. They were really grand opening up her little hot dog shop, whatever it's called. And I was like, I'm going to go up there and dance. And she was just like, no. Like, we literally just added that in. Mm-hmm. Like, I had no music prepared, nothing.
And you just hit it.
Just did it anyway.
Then you got that reaction.
But yeah, back to when we were sitting out there and they was fighting. I was like I literally, I'm going to tell you, I'm sitting there like
what is going on?
Like, whole time. I ain't say not one word.
Like, how did this even happen?
Like, we were talking, having fun, telling everybody what we did. We, ran down we was tubing. I did the tubing. They did the something they did. It was snowing or whatever. Not really snowing, but we did some activities. So we were out there having a good time. She flipped the script and asked Christy something about something. I don't even remember. And then they started arguing. And I was just like, I'm talking about I'm sitting here. She done moved the chair that was beside me like she was finna pick it up and throw it.
Oh, man.
And I, like, first of all, I already had experience with that. That's why I don't like little people. Well, I didn't, because of a chair being thrown by a little person. So when she did that, I'm like, girl, you tripping? Like, what's wrong with you? Right. And so I'm just sitting there like, oh, my God, these people are crazy. Like, this little girl really turning up on this, like, what? Right. It was so much going on, like.
Well, like, it's been amazing talking to you and, getting your aspect on everything. Mm-hmm. And we definitely gonna have to have a part 2. We did.
Yes, we do.
Because we just started talking and we got off like on our own stuff. So like, we definitely gonna have to have a part 2 of this. But my last question for you is basically like getting over obstacles, right? Mm-hmm. I wanna get your take. You talking to somebody else about overcoming obstacles.
So everybody always asks me this, and I love it because I'm able to explain it every time. You gotta be you, and you gotta know who you are. You gotta be confident in who you are. Whenever somebody tells you that you can't do something, do it anyway. Find a way. I grew up being told that, of course, my mom's not going to always be there. My family is not going to always be there. You got to figure it out. So for me, if I have to figure it out, so can you. I mean, there are going to be times that you're just not going to know what to do. But like I said, you have to figure it out. You have to be confident. Know who you are. Know what you want to do. And once you figure all of that out, be consistent in whatever it is that you're doing. Don't stop. Because once you stop and that pause happens, you're going to get discouraged and you're going to feel like you can't pick it back up. And if you're not a strong-minded person, it's going to be hard. So be consistent, be you, stay true to yourself. That's actually what I actually have my first tattoo on me. I can't even get my sleeve up. But yeah, follow your dreams and stay true to yourself. And I look at it every day because I feel like if you don't follow your dreams, then what are you really doing? What are you living for?
Right.
We only get one life. You got to do what you want to do. And staying true to yourself, meaning don't allow being in the industry, don't allow people to try and change you to be what they want you to be.
Right.
Be what you want to be. Right. So that's my thing, my aspect on how I look at everything. Overcoming obstacles, of course. Living stone. You know what I'm saying? You get rock out of a stone.
Life out of a stone.
Life out of stone. What'd I say? You get a rock
out of a stone.
You get life out of a stone. And I mean, I've actually taken that with me too. Like, whatever you doing, you're going to get life out of it. Whether you put into it or not. Like, if you don't put into it, you're not going to get nothing out of it.
Got you. Part 1, Keisha Lino, thank you for pulling up to the Push Effect podcast. Tell them where they can follow you at.
Y'all can follow.
Oh, God.
It's not Rona, I promise. I think I just swallowed the wrong way. You can follow me on Instagram at Kesh Lino. That's 2 E's and 3 O's. KeeshLinoo. And same for like YouTube and Twitter and all that.
Gotcha. This is the Push Fit podcast. We out.
We're out.